This vehicle is pretty much unstoppable. Now, I know what you're thinking. Are we talking about the Nightbird here? Are we talking about the gunship? No, we're actually talking about the Cav Brawler. So I know this isn't exactly a new discovery for a lot of people, but I wanted to put this theory to the test in this video because I've honestly never really used the Cav Brawler myself, but whenever I try to take it out as an engineer, it honestly seems almost impossible. Before we get started here, guys, as always, if you do enjoy the content here on the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, follow me on Twitter or X for more updates, and of course join the Discord if you want to take part in videos like this one. So after a few rounds in this thing, I've come to the conclusion that it's very overpowered given its role within the game, which is actually the armored transport. Looking at its weapon loadout options though, it should probably be given a new title like Armored Tank Destroyer, similar to what we saw with the transport heli being turned into a gunship. So to start with here, let's talk defense. The Cav Brawler is one of only 2 vehicles in the game that can actually withstand 3 charges of C5, which is what everybody spawns in with, so straight away that means one of the biggest counters in the game to armor, namely a Sundance diving in or a McKay grappling in for an easy C5 kill, won't be very effective against you. It then has APS, which is the best countermeasure in the game, but you know, every armored vehicle gets that now. But in addition to that, the driver also gets the personal defense system, and that spits out fragmentation grenades in a 360-degree arc around the vehicle, absolutely decimating any infantry within the vicinity. And this ability right there completely negates any infantry attempts to deal with the Cav Brawler in a more traditional close-up manner, the same way you would with other armored vehicles. Generally speaking, super close range is the weakness of armor in Battlefield games. The cannon and the other guns on these vehicles cannot aim at those angles, so the idea is to close the gap and use C5, but all the driver has to do now with the Brawler is press a button and GG. Of course, you can also use this in Breakthrough to just barge into a building, press the I win button, and anybody too close will die. Then you've got the main gunner seat, which has a 25mm cannon, which will do very competitive damage to armored targets and helicopters alike, and then you also have a secondary LMG for gunning down infantry. You can basically think of this as an IFV from Battlefield 4, only without the tow missiles. But for me, where it really gets nutty is with the second gunner seat. This thing can have a choice between a flat cannon, which, take it from me, absolutely decimates air vehicles, and if you focus fire with the primary gunner, air vehicles just cannot get anywhere near you. Or they can take the incendiary grenade launcher if air vehicles aren't a problem, and use that as area of denial so that the infantry can't even hide behind cover to avoid fire. So you have a vehicle here that, because of its additional armor, can actually best a tank in a 1v1, unless it's a railgun tank, and let's be honest, those are broken in their own right. They absolutely decimate infantry. You can't get close to them as infantry because of countermeasures, and even if you do last long enough to get 3 C5 on there and detonate them, it still won't die, so why even bother risking your life? And it can destroy any aircraft in the game in a 1v1 with its flat cannon, maybe with the exception of the attack helicopter that has a great pilot and gunner combo. Oh, and let's not forget that seats 4 and 5 in this vehicle allow you to have 2 engineers repairing non-stop and firing RPGs, missiles, and whatever else you want out of those seats. Now, I know, it isn't in every game that you end up spawning in this thing and you have competent gunners, let alone a couple of buddies repairing in the back. So this is by no means indicative of every single game with a Cav Brawler, but I do very often see a fully crewed Brawler, especially if it's Breakthrough or something like that, just absolutely decimating, just like we were here in this round. And it just feels as though, like other vehicles in this game, the Cav Brawler isn't really fulfilling its role as a transport vehicle, but rather some sort of a gunnery platform. Not only is it completely overshadowing both the MAV and the Bolty in its own vehicle category, but it's also starting to overshadow most of the vehicles in the heavy armor category, whose job it is to actually perform these duties. I honestly think that having so many vehicles in this game with multiple gunner seats has made the gameplay somewhat unpredictable. The Ram is another vehicle that comes to mind. You don't really know what to expect when you engage it, because just like with the Brawler, it's like a jack of all trades. If it's fully manned, and it can just absolutely destroy any target. So sometimes it's okay to engage it with a helicopter, for example, but sometimes it isn't, based on how many people are actually in the vehicle. In any case, whether DICE decide to maybe tone down its weaponry a bit and make it more transport than tank, or they decide to move it into the heavy armor category instead, remains to be seen here. But I won't deny the fact that, you know, we did have a lot of fun killing the enemy team, even if at times it felt somewhat unfair for them. So I am going to leave you guys now with the remainder of this round and some of our in-game chatter. If you're interested in taking part in this kind of thing, head over to the Discord and just come along on by the stream from time to time. That's where all this is happening. So I hope to see some of you guys there. One more guy behind the crate there. Two more guys, sorry. Can we please talk for a second about the fact how attractive Enders looks? Enders is extremely attractive.
Absolutely agree.
Why are you laughing?
This is not the stream I thought it was.
They're onto us!
Are you sure this isn't a hot tub stream or something?
Well, I don't know, man. At this point, I'm ready to do anything for views. Or viewers.
Wildcat behind us?
Oh shit, is he? Where? Oh yeah.
Yeah. There.
Wait, there's two. There's something else. I don't know what it is, but it looks scary.
The tank.
So good. What the hell is in here, man? Oh my god, there's so many Irish gadgets.
They're clearly tired of your garbage.
If we take another hit, we're finished!
Up behind?
Yeah,
To our right?
Oh, well, it comes in handy against Dozer. Is that fine with you, dude? Like,
Yeah, sure.
now all the pressure's on you to keep us alive instead of me? It sounds good to me.
To the left.
Yep. I'm still trying to hit my countermeasures. I've been playing as the driver for so long. We're on 50 here. My APS is on cooldown. Guy right in front. I think he's an NG. Yeah, NG.
That's
Nice.
I'm getting sniped. It's pretty accurate fire, actually.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and work my way up here. We're actually taking D1 now, so try and get the condor. Oh, he's low. One guy bailed out. I think he died. Did he die? Yeah.
yep.
Got recon over here. Looks like
Below.
Killer Shrew got him.
The right.
Oh, there's a vehicle right on us.
Yep. Just like
Oh, he's got APS up.
Yeah. So I'm backing off down here. I'm gonna repair down here.
Yeah, let me just
Quick.
back him.
I'm fixing it!
Multi-repair, guys.
I'm
Got him
driving
fast.
it, but I'm holding it on to you until you're done.
Oh, I'm getting in. I'm getting in.
It is a
You ready to change back? There you go.
Yep. APS is like 2 seconds away. I'm getting out of here now. Being hacked isn't great though. Oh, there's a guy in the gorge there. Vehicle on the right side. Not sure we can kill that guy.
I got shot out.
A lot of infantry on the back left here. Oh, just when we're having some fun.